Hey everybody, welcome to the Focus Garage. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the 2018 Ford Focus, specifically the RS Special Edition and then the production of the 2018 Focus model. Onder, do you want to kind of get us started here?
Yeah, let's talk about the Focus RS, which is the most popular and the most powerful Focus you can buy on the market as of right now. And for the 2018, Ford is going to come out with a limited edition Focus RS. This Focus RS is kind of like picked up from what the enthusiast wants from the Focus RS, and then they listen to the enthusiasts and then they come up with this car. And I want to talk about the outside. There's two colors you can pick.
That's it, only two. So
yeah, only two.
They're going for exclusivity with this here.
Yeah.
So how many of these, to kind of start off, are they going to be available for the limited edition?
So for the North America, they're only going to make 1,500. And they're planning on making half of them is a race red color, which is like they picked it up from the forum, and then the other is going to be the nitrous blue, which is the most popular color that you can buy. And it's going to come standard with the forged 19-inch wheel, which is a lighter and a stronger wheel, and with a black roof on the top. So it's going to look really sexy. It's going to look really killer. And I think I would, if I was in the market of buying a Focus RS limited edition, I would definitely go with the red one, because red and black combination would be awesome.
And it's just neat because the RS has never been offered in that red color before. Previously, you were able to get the race red on like the Fiesta ST or the Focus ST. But yeah, like you said, they did a lot of research on the forums to see what color wasn't offered on the RS that people would like to see. And it was pretty much a toss-up between a red and a green color. So they went with, the red due to the fact they've already got, that race red color, and they're going to be using that in production on this. But yeah, like you said, that'd be the way to go with one of these for, exclusivity. Everybody would know right away it's a limited edition because you can only get the RS in red if it's limited edition.
And what is the other thing they're going to put that it's most popular and everybody wanted it from the beginning?
So this is really neat. They are going to offer a limited slip differential in the front of the vehicle standard. On anybody that gets a limited edition Focus RS, it's going to come with the LSD in the car. So I don't know if you guys have been watching our recent videos about things we dislike about the Focus ST. One of the things is the car does not have an LSD, and it was the same thing with the Focus RS. There was no LSD there. So they are implementing, a factory LSD in the car, so that's really nice for anybody that wants to track the vehicle or do any kind of aggressive driving. The car's going to come with that right out of the box. No need to crack your transmission open and install it yourself. You're just going to have it there and be ready to go.
And then the factory warranty is going to be the best thing there.
Yep, exactly.
And then let's go and move into the inside of it. There are going to be a couple of higher trim packages. They actually mashed up the SC3 from the Focus ST and then the RS2 package together. You want to talk about that a little bit?
So if you get a limited edition Focus RS, what you're basically getting in the inside is like what you're saying, a fully loaded Focus RS, the RS2 package, plus some of the carbon fiber bits from the optional package on an ST3. So around your gauge cluster up top there, you're going to have carbon fiber. You'll have it on the e-brake handle as well as on the door handle, so some real carbon fiber trim there. And then you'll have all the other RS2 features, so you'll have, the micro suede seats, the heated mirrors, heated seats, heated steering wheel, all that stuff with it. So it's pretty much a fully loaded Focus RS plus some carbon fiber bits tossed in there.
Yeah, and this is going to cost you somewhere around $5,000, I believe. That's what they're going to charge you.
That's before markup.
Well, yeah, that's before markup, and we all know what happened with the markup. Dealers have so many RSs right now, they're trying to move, and I seen a $5,000 off of the MSRP.
Yep, they're out there now.
That's the lowest I've seen, and it's in Texas. If you're looking one, it's an RS2 package with a sunroof, and I believe it was $5,000 off of the MSRP.
So it's basically RS1 price.
Yeah, it's about $34,000, and if that's the top tip from the Focus Garage to you.
If you're looking for a Focus RS.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is that I want to touch on just a little bit with that is, when the Focus RS first came out and markup was so bad, everybody's anticipating that with this car, with the limited edition, you're going to have the exact same problem as that. The few 1,500 of these that there are, every dealer that has one is going to know that it's something special, and they're going to want to charge immensely for it. So getting one of these, at sticker is probably not going to be possible. Anybody that's a Focus RS enthusiast is going to have to pay out the nose to have, that special limited edition Focus RS, which is, it's cool they're offering it, but, one of those things is the price worth it.
Let's just hope that the dealers don't, do the markup and then hurt themselves, actually. They're not hurting anyone else because that car is going to just sit there.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll come down eventually. So, you know, if someone's interested in this car, I'd love to see one of these around. I bet it's going to be a very, very rare car to just see on the street just because they're only making 1,500 of them.
Yeah.
And that's for all North America, including us and Canada. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, let's move on to what's going to happen to Focus ST.
Okay.
They haven't released anything as of right now. If there's going to be any 2018 Focus ST, but what I think is, we were discussing this earlier. What I think is nothing's going to change. It's just going to be either they're going to offer a 2017 Focus ST that just says 2018. Nothing special. It's just there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not going to add anything else.
Because what we're facing right now is basically the Model N cycle of the Mark III, Mark III and a half Ford Focus. So as soon as this wraps up, this 2018 Focus RS, it's still going to look the current generation of the way the Focus is now, and it's going to be the same thing with the ST. It's not getting another facelift, it's not getting a redesign for this generation. So once it's done, it's done. As of filming this in early August right now, I think it's August 2nd today.
Yeah.
August 2nd of 2017. Ford has confirmed that for the next generation Ford Focus, it will not be made where it is now, that they're going to be moving production to China. So what that means is that, like what Onder is saying, that for this 2018, it is going to be just whatever they've got now. Now, what that means for the next generation, a lot of rumors,
Yeah.
People are saying that the new Focus ST might have a 3-cylinder engine. They're saying it might have that new twin-scroll 2.0 that's in the Edge and the Escape. Nobody really knows, and nothing's for sure.
But I think with the other hot hatches that are coming out, with like the Hyundai, they just released their
i30
N edition, which makes like somewhere around like
270.
270, yeah. And then the VW is going to be bringing up a little bit hotter Golf GTI. So I'm thinking that it's going to be around 275 to 280 mark between.
They've got to bump it up.
Yeah, and it's not hard to do with a 2-liter and a twin scroll. So
Not at all.
I'm thinking that they're going to go with that route instead of putting a 3-cylinder engine in there, because then you're going to be having a 3-cylinder engine that is like pumping so much heat out there that it's not going to be.
And it's so restricted. You can only do so much with that,
So that's what I'm thinking with the 2019 Focus that it's going to come out.
Now, something interesting with that, though, is the way Ford kind of left the United States market in limbo with the Fiesta. As of this time, there's articles published, and I kind of agree with this. I don't think we're getting the next generation Fiesta here, so that means no Fiesta ST and no next generation Fiesta. I wonder if that means we're going to see a break in production of the Focus ST. Obviously, there's going to be a 2019 Focus. It's a very popular selling car in America. But I'm wondering if the Focus ST is going to take a small hiatus before Ford comes out with, the refresh and the new power plant and everything like that. We might not see a 2019 Ford Focus ST.
Well, they usually, what Ford did before for the North America, when the Focus ST came out, it came out in 2013. But there was a 2012 Focus that, like the model year, the start of the model year for Focus is a 2012. So I'm thinking either 2020 or late 2019 we will see a Focus ST, but we won't see a Focus ST right away. That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. So if you do want a Focus ST now and you're looking to buy one new, you're pretty much stuck on buying, the current Mark III and a half generation.
Which is an awesome car.
Oh, great car. It's a great car. So we highly recommend. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting for probably 2 years or so until you can get, the next greatest, Focus ST. So it's one of those things that it brings up an interesting kind of in the middle type ground, because all these other hot hatches, like you were saying, are being improved. Volkswagen now is going to MK7 and a half, and then Hyundai and they will be bringing that i30, just not right away. They said it's not initial release in America, but it is coming here. So you've got all these other vehicles that are updating, currently going. The WRX is due for an update soon, so competition's updating.
Yeah, so I think Focus is going to upgrade, and Focus ST is going to be here, because I see a Focus ST everywhere.
Yeah, they're very popular cars.
Yeah, it's the story with the Focus ST is not like the Fiesta ST. Fiesta ST was like too expensive of a car for what it is.
A very, very niche market car.
Yeah, and you were right at the mark of like a Focus ST1. Like you were. Are you gonna get a more powerful car? This is from stock to stock talking. Are you gonna get a more powerful car for the same price? A little bit larger, better equipped, than the Fiesta ST. So it was kind of like a trade-off like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually somebody that worked at Ford even said this, is that the Fiesta ST's biggest competition is the Focus ST.
Yeah, ST. So it was kind of like a
trade-off like that.
Yeah, it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually somebody that worked at Ford even said this, is that the Fiesta ST's biggest competition is the Focus ST.
Yeah, ST. So it was kind of like a
trade-off like that.
Yeah, it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually somebody that worked at Ford even said this, is that the Fiesta ST's biggest competition is the Focus ST.
Yeah, ST. So it was kind of like a
trade-off like that.
Yeah, it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually somebody that worked at Ford even said this, is that the Fiesta ST's biggest competition is the Focus ST.
Yeah, it's like pumping so much. It was kind of like a
trade-off like that.
Yeah, it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually somebody that worked at Ford even said this, is that the Fiesta ST's biggest competition is the Focus ST.
Yeah, it's like pumping so much. It was kind of like a
trade-off like that.
Yeah, it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually
ST. So
is that the Fiesta ST's biggest competition is the Focus ST.
Yeah, it's like pumping so much. It was kind of like a
trade-off like that.
Yeah, it wasn't attractive enough.
I would always laugh because journalists said this, and actually
ST. So
is that the Fiesta
ST. So
journalists said this, and actually I would always laugh because
it wasn't attractive enough.
Off like that.
Yeah, it was
trade-off
kind of like it was kind of like pumping so much.
is the Focus ST.
Yeah.
ST's biggest competition is that the Fiesta ST. Somebody that worked at Ford even said
ST. So
journalists said this, and actually I would always laugh because
it wasn't attractive enough.
Off like that.
Yeah, it was
trade-off
kind of like it was kind of like pumping so much.
is the Focus ST.
Yeah.
ST's biggest competition is that the Fiesta ST. Somebody that worked at Ford even said
ST. So
journalists said this, and actually I would always laugh because
it wasn't.
A similar equipped GTI or WRX is thousands of dollars more. So to get that kind of enjoyment and the aftermarket too that the Focus ST offers, it really hits that sweet spot of what's in the car. So it makes us excited for what the next generation is going to bring. As with anything with automotive, the next gen always needs to offer improvements. So we can't wait to see what kind of improvements they build off of the current gen. What would you like to see implemented in the next car?
I want to see LST.
Standard or optional? Just offer, right?
Option, because Hyundai i30 is gonna have an option.
The new Civic that they offer at 205 horsepower is standard with one.
Yeah, so I think it should be option. And then I don't know, the other. I can't think.
You just love your car so much.
I just love my car so much. I can't ask anything else besides have a little bit more power, which I think it's gonna happen. The handling is pretty good on the Focus.
Yeah.
Maybe get rid of the snap oversteer. That's kind of dangerous,
but it kind of makes the car what it is.
It's fun. Yeah.
It makes it exciting and kind of lively. I think one of the things you'll see is, as with any model refreshes, you'll see some kind of build quality increases.
Oh yeah, definitely. We need that.
Not even material quality, but just put stuff together properly.
Yeah.
I don't want the car to sound like it's falling apart as I go over train tracks after owning it for a year. And a lot of people are skeptical with production moving to China, thinking that it might get worse. Chinese made. They're worried that the car is going to be even worse.
They're going to have their own standards. It's not going to. There's so many. Most of
it's
the
a factory.
Most of the part are coming from China, Thailand. They're already been produced there, and they're
just being put together
here. Yeah. So there's no point. If they can beat the Michigan assembly over there with the quality,
why not? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I think a lot of people miss, when they see a car's build quality. It's like, well, I blame the plant that made this car. And like you said, if you ever look at a window sticker on a car, it says, the contents of parts. And really, like what Onder is saying is completely true. These parts come from all over the world. It's just thrown together somewhere.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame the quality of the parts based on where the car's assembled. It's really what Ford's putting into that vehicle there.
What would you be looking at the new car if you?
For the next generation Focus, what would I like to see in it? See, that's a hard thing. Like you said, the car really does offer a lot
I don't want to say all-wheel drive, but
Maybe not an ST, but even like a regular Focus to offer all-wheel drive would be cool, because even now, the current gen Focus shares the chassis as a Escape, and the Escape is offered with
Yeah.
all-wheel drive. So depending on what chassis that next generation Focus rides on, yeah, maybe like an all-wheel drive option would be cool.
I mean, they're making it wider and longer, so I think they would have enough room in there
to implement that.
Yeah, put that in there.
Yeah. Adjustable dampers. I think that'd be cool to see on the Focus ST, because you get that on the RS now. You get your track mode, your sport mode, and your normal mode. I think something like that on the ST would be popular, because a lot of other cars offer, sportier cars in that segment. They offer adjustable damping, and it does make a difference. If you do track the car, you can throw in a sportier mode and be able to have that. Everybody seems to be putting dual mode exhaust on cars nowadays.
I mean, have you seen the Mustang's new commercial where they make
quiet mode?
Quiet mode. Maybe they should have a quiet track in sport mode and pops and crackles
from the factory.
From the factory.
That would be neat to see. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. We'd like to see what you think this next generation car is going to offer. Just because Ford, they've built a good car now, so seeing where they're going to go with it is interesting to us.
And I think we have a good enough aftermarket following right now. Like we were the first generation, even though we weren't the first year, but we were still the first generation of Focus ST.
And it's done fantastically.
Yeah, and there's a big cult following it and a big aftermarket support. And I'm hoping that they continue supporting this platform and they continue making great aftermarket parts, improving the car.
I think you'll see that just because, like you said, the aftermarket companies have had such great success now with the current generation ST that, if the next generation is anything like that, now that more people even know about the car, you probably should have that. You should have a car that people are going to want to modify, people are going to want to kind of tinker and make their own, that you might have even more aftermarket companies stepping up to the plate and offering their products for the next generation ST.
I would like to see that, yeah.
Absolutely.
Options. The more options that I have,
the better.
The cheaper it is.
The cheaper it is. The consumer wins, the more companies are offering parts for something there.
That's why I want Focus ST to stay.
Exactly. It gets more affordable.
Yeah.
And depreciation, and it'll be worth a pizza pie in a couple of years. Was that all that we wanted to touch on for the car?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, comment, and share our videos. Don't forget about our 1,000 subscriber video.
We're getting close. We're just a few people away. So share this video with your friends. Make sure that if you want to stay up to date with the latest content we've got here, subscribe to our channel. We really enjoy doing this and bringing you guys information here. So we'd love to see the support.
Yeah, we do this for fun. It's very
fun. Fun. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Kudos to all.